Transparency is why Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. is calling for a review into the police department, but he hasn't said how that review will work, at least not yet. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for Fox 16 News. I'm Kevin Keller.
I'm Donna Terrell. This comes as Chief Keith Humphrey faces 3 lawsuits filed by several officers, and city records reveal he pushed ahead a job candidate who lied on her application. Our Susan L. Corey talked to city leaders, and Susan, some of them are telling you that they were caught off guard about this.
Yeah, Donna and Kevin, that's because not everyone knew about this. The mayor released a video statement about this after last night's board of directors meeting. The consensus I'm hearing is this review does need to happen, but so far the mayor made all of these decisions, and the city board of directors says they need to be part of the process to truly keep it transparent and impartial.
I'm calling for an independent, third-party comprehensive review.
In this pre-recorded message, Mayor Frank Scott Jr. points at problems he sees in Little Rock's police department.
The scope of this review will cover the following: personnel policies and procedures, handling of private and confidential information, and harassment and misconduct.
In the past month, several officers filed lawsuits against their own chief, Keith Humphrey. The accusations in those include retaliation and abuse of power, but the mayor says he's looking at a bigger picture.
Understand that this review is not about one individual or one organization. It is an attempt to provide insight about any potential concerns with actions, behaviors, or decisions made.
It's those words that have the city's board of directors divided, with some saying the review needs to be about the chief, not the department.
What I'm hearing from the rank and file, the police chief's actions and his processes. So if that's the situation, then he's the one that needs to be reviewed.
I think that the whole department needs to be reviewed. I think that there's a pattern of practice that we need to look at.
Other board of directors are concerned this review could be used to retaliate against officers, especially those who confirm the chief pushed ahead a job applicant who should have been disqualified based on city policy.
The mayor is acting like the big question is who leaked this. That's not the big question. The big question is it true?
The mayor said he'll announce who's overseeing the review. Board members agree the review should be impartial, and the mayor shouldn't make this decision alone.
I don't think, and I hope he's not talking about doing it on his own. I don't think that's the best way to get at it, to approach it.
I think that one person should not do something so important to the city when it might cost us so much.
The city has not been transparent to me, and I suggested that the Attorney General look into it.
At this point, the board hasn't been asked for input, left waiting to see what the mayor will do next.
Both the chief and mayor had no comment. We did just get a statement from the Fraternal Order of Police. They requested a review 3 weeks ago and say they are happy with this response. However, they wanted to focus on the chief and be impartial. That full statement is up on our website. Back to you.